new developments about the woman abducted at birth. The accused kidnapper who raised her for 18 years appeared in court, and this morning new court documents are raising questions. ABC's Eva Pilgrim is still there in Jacksonville for us again this morning. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, Robin. That's right. These court documents are laying out a timeline of who knew what and when. Detectives reporting witnesses say this secret was out more than a year and a half ago, well before authorities traveled from here in Florida to South Carolina.
This morning, new details shedding light on how investigators say this woman's 18-year-old secret finally unraveled.
No bond be set on count number 1, the kidnapping charge.
51-year-old Gloria Williams now charged with kidnapping a newborn baby from a Florida hospital in 1998, raising her as her own.
Did anything ever kind of tip you off to it?
I can't think of anything offhand, no.
At what point did you find out?
I don't really want to discuss that.
Can you talk about what brought it all around?
I don't want to discuss that either.
18-year-old Alexis Manigo couldn't give us those details, concerned that anything she says could eventually be used against the woman she still calls mom.
They want me to hate her, and it's not in me to.
But newly released court documents now showing that Alexis may have found out the truth approximately a year and a half ago. 2 separate tips last year, first sending investigators from Jacksonville, Florida to Walterboro, South Carolina. Earlier this month, detectives interviewing 2 witnesses. One saying Williams confessed to him that she stole a baby from a hospital in Jacksonville. The other that Alexis told her she had been kidnapped from a hospital in Jacksonville, her mother even telling her that she was Maya Mobley, the name given to her by her birth mother. Police say they discovered the birth certificate and social security card Alexis used in high school were both fraudulent. According to the affidavit, her social taken from a Virginia man who died in 1983.
How do you go to school when you don't have a legitimate social security number? You know, how do you go to the doctor? And these are things that a kid is not going to know, but the system should know.
And Gloria Williams is being held in jail here in Jacksonville, Florida. She's expected back in court in February and has not entered a plea on any charges. Robin?
Eva, thank you. For more, let's go bring in our ABC News chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams. A lot to talk about here. So allegedly, Alexis knew more than a year ago, told a friend about it. And some people are wondering, there's no way she could face charges here.
That's right. So typically, it is not required to report a crime, right? You're not a criminal for not reporting a crime. But if someone was an accessory after the fact, what does that mean? If they helped to conceal it in some way, shape, or form, someone else could be charged. Do I think that's going to happen? No. Do I think there's any chance that she will be charged for helping to conceal this? Absolutely not. Look, you just look at it from her perspective, right? As an 18-year-old, even if she knew a year and a half ago, she's the victim here. You know, she is a victim. She was stolen away from a hospital. She was brought up by the only mother that she knew. And so you have to sympathize with her plight. Doesn't mean you have to sympathize with the woman who brought her up.
No, and there's very little sympathy other than from Alexis herself, but other people are like, hey, you snatch a child from their parents. There's just no excuse for that. So it's not surprising that bail was not set.
That's right. And so, you know, bail was not set on the kidnapping charge. There was another charge where bail was set, which is irrelevant since bail was not set. But I think what's going to be really interesting in this case is the potential sentencing, right? It's pretty clear that she's going to be guilty. Is she going to plead, not, et cetera? We'll see. But to hear her testify at the sentencing on behalf of the woman who brought her up.
Alexis, you're talking
about. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the question there is going to be, how much does a judge give that? How much does that matter to a judge? I think it's going to matter a little. I do think it's going to matter to hear how well she brought up this child, and yet I still expect she's going to get a serious and very stiff sentence, because there is almost no worse crime than this.
Yeah, you're right about that. All right, Dan.